Today, I have the most anticipated video of the year, perhaps the century for you good folks. Of course, we are going to be directly comparing the Lego Icons Shelby Cobra with the Mattel Brick Shop Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. A better comparison, perhaps there never was. Similar sizes, they're both over 50 years old. They both came with 4-speed manual transmissions, and the keen-eyed observer will note they are both blue. So let's get into it. Starting off with the easy stuff, let's talk about the price. I'm in Canada, so the Shelby Cobra is $200, whereas from Amazon, the 300 SL is $160, unless of course you were a blithering idiot and bought it from Mattel's website where it's $180. Yes, buying things directly from Mattel is typically more expensive than finding it in stores. So while I'm sure you can convert it to your local currency, let's just say the Shelby, the Lego set, is about 25% more expensive than the Mattel Brick Shop set. But what does that extra 25% get you? Again, the sets are very comparable. They both have very sophisticated box designs, which feature a more adult-oriented, albeit a bit boring in the old art department direction, but they look nice. They both have low sticker counts. Lego set only has 3 stickers. The base build for the Mattel set has 0. Likewise, the instruction manuals, they're both very similar, very good, feature bonus info, just enough to get you where you need to go. The little 300 SL here has a few aces up its sleeve in the old department of premium quality, that being metal parts for the wheels, the rear view mirror, and the side view mirror. Fantastic. Also comes with a lovely little premium die-cast car in a nice display case that says Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. That is excellent. Very nice touch. So when it comes to premium, you be the judge, but I think for 25% off, the Mattel Brick Shop set is just really bringing its A game. This is excellent. Very much on the right path. I love it. Feels like good value. Next, I feel we can't talk about brick building sets without talking about the building experience. And if you've seen my other 2 videos, you will know that the Lego set quite easily blows it out of the water here. I already spent a solid 8 minutes just gushing about how much I love the build of this set, but it is fantastic. Every single aspect of it is well thought out, very clever, and very, very, very enjoyable to build. It comes with bonus Easter eggs, some that I feel aren't even featured in the instructions, but it does have things like the Carroll Shelby $100 bill, which I'm sure you've heard about 6 ways to Sunday. But one that you may not have heard about in the instructions, if you look, the typical Lego color vomit is kind of there under the skin. But even taking a look at it under here, you might see a little trend in the color palette they used. The old red, white, and blue. I believe that is definitely a nod to this being an American icon. All the color vomit colors that they chose were red, white, and blue for the American flag. I think that's pretty cool. Sadly, the same cannot be said of the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. The color vomit is random. The build is not exciting. It's an easy win for the Lego set. But all these specialized curves and pieces are going to segue nicely into our next section, which will be the display value. And of course, this is going to be a bit subjective. But when looking at the 2, I do feel that the Cobra looks excellent. But I mean, come on. That's better. It's so good from every angle. It just screams 300 SL. It looks fantastic. I keep it on my desk next to me while I work. It looks so good. It's incredible. Next up, I'm just going to touch briefly on the brick quality. Some people have asked about it. I mean, you're really splitting hairs. Lego has the satisfactory clicks, so it's a little bit better to put together in the moment. Some of these you have to kind of squish together a bit. The clutch is excellent though, and I know Lego lately, I've seen tons of parts that are splitting after 6 months, so I think they're both pretty good, and I'm just going to leave it at that. They're both perfectly acceptable. But now, we got to get on to the most interesting thing I found about these 2 that I was not expecting. and we're going to talk about scale. So I have always had it in my mind that these two sets are the same scale, 1/12 scale. The Mattel Brick Shop set, it says 1/12 scale right on the box. And I did the math. It's not great. I was a little rough, but I took the measurements of the real car, the measurements of the set, divided them up, and averaged them. And yes, the 300 SL is not perfect, but it is about 1/12 scale. Unsurprising. Now, what prompted me to do this is I had them sat side by side for some photos, a little bit of B-roll, and I was like, the Cobra. I know it's not a big car, but it looks really small next to the 300 SL. And so I did the same thing there. Took the measurements of the real car, measurements of the set, divided them up, averaged them, and I always thought Lego Icons vehicles were 1/12 scale as well. This is not. This is 1/13 scale. And that might sound like a small difference, but it is noticeable. This beside the 300 SL looks very tiny and a little bit weird. But then I looked on Lego's website and nowhere do they claim this to be 1/12 scale. So I guess that was just some of my personal bias. Interesting though to note. So if you are planning on getting both of these, just know they don't scale quite as well as you might expect next to each other. But big picture time. You've got a couple $100 in your wallet. You can only pick one. Which one should you pick? Obviously, I would say pick which one you like more. But say in some strange world, gun to the back of your head, you've got to pick only one and you like them both equally. Now, this may shock you, but I'd say pick this one. I think it's a bit better. I liked the experience of the Lego set, building it better, but I like the look of this one better. I feel the value is better. You get more stuff for less money. It's still got a very premium feel to it. Everything's well thought out, and it feels like Mattel really went the extra mile to make this feel special, and I just don't get that sense with the Lego set. I think this is awesome. I highly recommend it. And these Mattel sets, if they're anything like mega sets of yesteryear, they will go on sale quite regularly. And I feel like it's already good value at its retail. So check it out. Let me know what you think down below. Who do you think did it better? You still think Lego's the king? Or do they got finally some serious competition? I think this is a step in the right direction. This is very good. And I hope people like it as much as I do. I mean, I like them both, not gonna lie, but this is pretty cool. A good first go at this scale from Mattel, I would say. But that's gonna do it for this quick video. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again in the next one with this. It's gonna be awesome. Bye-bye.